Okay, let's start out and understand why it's important for you to be seen as authority. Now, this is whether you're in business or whether you're in a corporate career. It's really important that you are recognized as an authority. Why? Firstly, because you need to stand out in a marketplace, and trusted authorities, the recognized leaders, stand out. They are the ones that people gravitate to at events. They're the ones that companies gravitate to in terms of employment, and they're the ones that customers and clients gravitate to when they're looking to get their problems solved. So it's the easy way for you to stand out in a crowded marketplace. As a result, when you are the trusted authority, you get media attention. Now, this then becomes a self-perpetuating cycle. Because you're getting media attention, you stand out even more, and it helps you boost your reputation and ultimately boost your income, which you'll see as we cover a little bit later on. With getting more media attention, with standing out, you get to work with better partners. And this can be from both a corporate point of view and from a small business and from a sales point of view. You get to work with much better joint venture partners because you're recognized as being an authority. You're recognized as being someone who is an expert. And because of that, you have better clients and better partners want to work with you. Again, self-perpetuating cycle. You get to work with better people because you are the authority. Ultimately, summarize this down to this. You become the prize. Your clients and employers want to work with you because you are recognized as being the best. You're seen as being someone who knows your field. You're recognized as being someone who is recognized as has the great reputation. And as a result, people want to work with you. So in other words, you no longer have to start chasing clients. You don't have to chase employment opportunities. They come to you. People come to you and say, we want to work with you. Guess what happens? When that happens, you get to set the fees. When you are recognized as the trusted expert, when you're recognized as being number one in your field, your income is no longer restrained by anybody else that's ahead of you. So think about this. If you're in position number two, if you're recognized as being number two in the market, the only way that you can earn, your income is going to be set by however much the number one person's charging. It's just simple law of economics that people won't pay more for someone who's recognized as being number two than what they would have to pay to get person number one. So if you're person number one, guess what? The sky's the limit. You can set your fees. So you set your fees, you set how much you want to get paid to do your job. So that's the pure beauty and the simplicity of being the trusted expert. So the question is, how can you be seen as the expert and authority in your field? There's a couple of ways. Firstly, you've got to have the perfect pitch. You've got to be able to show that you can articulate your value, articulate what it is you do, and break it down into a way that can be understood and the value is recognized by the people who you want to impress. In other words, your clients, your potential employers. That's first step. You've got to have a perfect pitch. Secondly, you've got to be producing great authority content. Now that can be in the form of articles, it can be in the form of videos, it can be in the form of podcasts. In other words, you need to be sharing your brilliance, sharing your expertise so that people get to see that, get to read that, get to ingest it in some way, shape or form, so they get an understanding that you know your content, you know your field, and that you have that expertise behind you. Ultimately, it's important. You've got to recognize that one article isn't enough. You've got to be producing content on a regular basis. Sitting around just producing one article, expecting that to get you to top position in your field isn't going to be sufficient. Your content, however, needs to be setting the agenda. In other words, don't be afraid to be a little bit controversial. Don't be afraid to set out your opinion that can be contrary to everyone else in the marketplace. That's okay. That will get you seen, get you read, get your thoughts into the minds of your clients. So don't be afraid to set the agenda when it comes to producing your content. Then you've got to promote it. You've got to get it out there, get it seen. So there's a couple of different ways that you can get your content promoted, but ultimately, whether it's through advertising, whether it's through organic reach, through social media, and through just sharing in a variety of different forms, you need to get it out there. Ultimately, trusted authorities have mastered this aspect. They've mastered social media. You need to find the social media platform that's right for you. And this is a balancing act. You need to find that social media platform, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, where your clients are hanging out, but also you've got to balance it with your enjoyment of the platform, because you need to ultimately be on there on a regular and active basis. So picking a platform that you don't enjoy is going to create a lot of hard work for you. So find that balancing act between where your clients are and the social media platform that you like, but you need to master it and be seen and be heard on there. Comment in groups, participate in that social media platform, and share your content. Ultimately, it's all about driving attention to you and to your content. Coupled with that, you need to have a consistent outreach. So that goes back to your social media platform. So in other words, regularly participating in social media, but also looking at putting out a regular email newsletter so that you have a consistent outreach to your ideal market. So people that want to hang out with you, your tribe, they are getting content from you. They're hearing from you on a regular basis. Now, consistent can be weekly, it can be fortnightly, it can be monthly. Preference is minimum fortnightly, but whatever suits you, it needs to be consistent. And then you've got to build in a networking strategy as well. So in other words, get out there and actually meet and press the flesh. Meet people on a regular basis. So again, you're building up your reputation, you're getting seen, you're getting recognized in your marketplace. Gives you the opportunity to then associate with other successful people. You get to build a following, and greatly you get to find joint venture partners. This is how you get to then go and identify those perfect joint venture partners. You get referrals. All of this comes together so that you can ultimately start to speak and sell from the stage. And this is the important aspect that you need to understand with becoming the trusted authority and recognized authority in the marketplace. You need to master speaking and selling on the stage so that you can share your expertise, share your story, share your value, and people buy into you in a much bigger way. Network, for example, is one-to-one generally. Sharing your expertise and story on stage means you can speak one-to-many, and that's the power of leverage. Utilize it to your advantage. Now, where can you speak? You can speak at other people's events, you can create your own events, or you can create your events online. Ultimately, all of these come together to help you become the trusted authority in the marketplace.